Bassmaster Classic Media Day coverage from Get a Limit Outdoors is brought to you by Rigid Industries LED Lighting. We run Rigids. Do you?
All right, guys, we're here with Casey Ashley, and you remember we kind of have a dialogue with him. It started at Grand Lake, and then it went to Guntersville, and now we're in your home waters, brother. Are you pretty excited?
I am. You know, it's gotten, or it keeps on getting worse the closer it gets. You know, I had a little bit of the pressure taken off when I got to get out there and actually practice this past weekend. But, man, I'm ready to go. I'm just ready to do it. I'm tired of thinking about it. I'm just ready to get on the water and see what happens.
Have any of the other anglers asked for just some advice or any kind of help at all?
No, I mean, in the fishing world, it's respect. You know, you come to the guys back door. They're not gonna hound you. I mean, they'll ask you like general stuff, like, you know, is this color good? Or what color is it? You know, just general information. They're not gonna try to pick your brain and bug you. None of them are gonna do that.
Okay. Well, one of the things we know is you and Gerald are pretty good buddies, and you guys kind of go at each other at each event. And you know, he's got some history here, and you've obviously got some history here. So, you know, does that competition between the two of you help you even more?
It does. You know, and Gerald and we've actually talked about what's going on here in practice. And, you know, his style of fishing is a lot different than mine, but we pretty much come to the same conclusion that the fish are in transition right now. You know, I wanted cold weather, but I didn't want it all at one time. I wanted to progress, you know, into a cold water tournament. But, you know, so the fish are in transition. I was telling him, you know how I won that FLW event here last year. I just don't think those fish have got time to get to that yet. So it's going to be an in-between deal, and it's going to be interesting. There's going to be some big fish caught. Lake Hartwell was probably, I would probably say it's at its peak right now as far as numbers of fish, some big fish that we caught. And that's been going on for about a year or so. So the lake's prime condition. The weather is also in prime condition as far as changing. But, you know, that's going to make it interesting. The guy that won this tournament is going to have to be very versatile. He's going to have to figure out patterns quickly or what's going on very quickly, and it's going to be a day-to-day thing. So it's not going to be one all shallow or all deep. I don't think you're going to have to mix it up. So it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
We've seen guys in the past that on the local water, it hurts them because they have too many spots to go to. Have you, in your mind, kind of narrowed down that this is what I'm going to do and I can change because I'm not going to get too crazy?
Yeah, I mean, I've got a game plan. Now, my game plan is to start doing one thing. Never how that progresses depending on how the rest of my day goes. I mean, my ideal situation is to be go out there and get a solid limit to start with, and then I can fish the rest of the day for 2 or 3 bites. That would be my deal. You know, I'm not going to try to sit on a place and know I'm only catching 2 3/4 and an occasional 3-pounder. You know, I'm not going to sit there and do that all day long. I would rather get, you know, 13 to 15 pounds to begin with, or pretty early the first couple 3 hours, and then just fish the rest of the day for 2 or 3 more bites. That's the way I like to fish. That's the way I fish most tournaments in my career. And you know, all the hype of me winning, of course I won't win.
Oh yeah.
It's my home lake. You know, there's not anybody here that wants to win as bad as I do. But you know, I'm not going to let that alter the way I fish. I'm going to do my deal. This is a fishing tournament. Nobody can predict who's going to win. I mean, yeah, I know the lake better than anybody here, I'm sure. But like you said, that can go 2 ways. It can really help you, or it can really hurt you. And there's no in between. So you just got to go out there and fish and let the fish take you.
Well, we look forward to watching you fish Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
All right, man. I appreciate it.